If you live in South London, you need to listen to this. So yesterday, 1st of February 2023, at 4:45 in the morning, my doorbell rang. Now, when my door rang, I looked into the screen to see who it was. It was a police officer. I thought something happened to my family, so I let them in. I let him in. I buzzed him in. He came upstairs. He came to my door. He had an envelope in his hand and he asked me if I was so and so. And I said, no, that's not me. I said, how can I help you? He goes, there's a bank card that's been taken out in this person's name and it shows this address. And I said, well, that's not me. Okay. And then he goes, can I come and show you? And he came very close to me. I panicked because I had a really bad feeling. I slammed the door and I locked it. Okay. I said, you can show me whatever you want. Show me under the door. Slide it through the door. He slid it through the door. I looked at it. I said, that's not me. And I gave it back. Now, then he actually put his badge in front of like the little hole that I can see through. And I felt a bit more comfortable. Then my door rang again and it was a second police officer. So I buzzed him in too. Then I opened the door. And the second one was asking me, he's being really weird and asking me about this van downstairs that's parked in my parking spot, right? He goes, do you know who it belongs to? I said, no, I honestly don't know who it belongs to. And then he goes, okay, we just went inside and there's tools inside of that. And I'm thinking, you can't even go inside of a vehicle without any sort of like, court judgment or something. With permission, you can't go inside of it, right? And then they were being really weird about this address. They asked me who lives here, and I was like, just me and the kids. My husband doesn't live here, he lives in a different country, so it's just me and the kids. They started asking me a whole bunch of other questions. The second police officer came very close to my door and then leaned against like my door very close to me, and I felt very uncomfortable because I knew something was not right and I'm trying to get them out of there, but at the same time I can't be 100% sure if they are police officers or not. Anyways, fast forward, they asked me a whole bunch of questions about who lived here, who the van was and all that sort of stuff, right? And then they left. Now, I didn't have a good feeling. I told a few people about this. They told me to call the Metropolitan and check who they were. I called Metropolitan to find out. I made a report and I was like, who are these guys? They called me back. The police called me back at 1 a.m. in the morning, again, last night, to say that they were not police officers and no police officers were sent to my address. So the two people that came to my address that dressed as police officers were not police officers. I'm going to the police station tomorrow to make a statement of what they look like and what they were described. I'm going to describe them, but please be careful. There's two men going around. One is a white man. He's quite tall, athletic. The second one is a mixed race man, also quite tall, a bit hench, like a bit on the chubby side, light eyes, a bit of a longish kind of hair. They're going around like knocking on people's doors, probably asking about cards. So if someone comes to your door, do not answer the door unless you know they're the actual police. There are people like that going around now in London trying to see who lives where, how many people live in that house, and then that house gets robbed. So please spread this and make sure you don't answer the door to people you don't know.